Alright guys, so I am back to doing some YouTube videos, and today we are doing the Rubies Princess Leia blaster. I'm going to be customizing it, going to be coloring it a matte black. I got my gloves, my brushes. I've got my regular gray color that I'm going to use for some of the dabbing. And then I've got this like metallic gunmetal color where I'm going to start doing all the little crevices of the blaster, just to kind of make it look like a replica. So thank you again for joining me in this journey. I know it's been some time since I've done some DIY videos, so hopefully you guys like it. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, hit that alert notification. I am going to be dropping some more videos soon. So let's get to it. All right guys, as you can see, I took this blaster out and look, it's freaking amazing. The details on it is freaking cool. I love the fact that it's not heavy. You can use it for any props that you like. Anybody wants to do cosplay, which this is what I'm using for, I definitely recommend it. So let's get to it. I am using a ultra cover paint primer, which is going to be like a matte black, just so that it doesn't have that crazy gloss to it, because once I add the other stuff, it definitely is going to have it. So let's get to the painting. All right guys, as you can see, I started painting some of this side. I am going to be using a box to be able to let it dry quicker and use my blow dryer. So I'm just going to cover the bases here on this side, and then I'll be able to repaint the other side as well. So I do recommend getting a box and cutting up a hole. Hopefully it fits this size. And you need to use your blow dryer and connect it so then it can dry faster. But look at this. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to do the other side and then let it dry and then start weathering it away. This is one of my favorite prop guns that I love, and hopefully one day, if I ever win the lottery, will love to own the actual real replica of it from the actual film. Princess Leia is actually one of my top female characters. I have a full tattoo of her on my arm, and trust me, I was highly disappointed when Carrie Fisher passed away. It was probably one of the saddest Star Wars deaths I've ever had to endure. So I'm gonna put the cover on here now, and I'm gonna show you guys how to properly do it. All right guys, as you guys can see, I have my box propped up with my blow dryer, and it's just keeping all the heat in there so it could dry it up even faster. So we're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes and test it out and make sure that it's dried, and if it is, then we're just gonna flip it around and start doing the second part of the other side. All right guys, as you guys can see, the one half pretty much finished drying. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Now I cannot wait to finish painting this side. It's definitely going to be fun to do. All right, as you guys can see, I'm covering the other side. I'm just getting all the orange out, and I cannot wait to color this. It's coming out so realistic. I think I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of like Rubies things, and they have to like definitely would love to be sponsored by them just to make a whole bunch of prop guns. So I'm gonna finish painting this. I'm gonna cover it up again with the box, and then we're gonna start getting into the weathering, guys. All right guys, so we have part 2 now drying up. I'm gonna let this one actually sit for about like 20 minutes or so, and we're gonna start using this flat gray primer. I'm gonna use this to kind of do a little bit of weathering, but I'm not going to go insanely crazy. I am going to mix some of that with a little bit of black, and I'm going to use this sponge to lightly dab all around the gun where I want it to weather. And then once I'm done, I'm going to be using this fine little brush to use this gunmetal silver to kind of just go around some of the details to kind of give it that shimmer to make it look realistic. So we're going to let this dry for some time, and then I'll come back and do another video. All right guys, so the gun is done drying. I'm going now to start doing the dabbing on here to kind of make it look distressed. But this came out absolutely beautiful, as you guys can see. I just love how it looks. It contrasts off the brown, so definitely use a brown background just so you can see the contrast of how beautiful it looks once you paint it black. So yeah, I'm going to start making myself a small little area so I can start dabbing and getting the show on the run. So I made my little self spot there. I'm gonna lightly dab on the paint and I'm going to start dabbing away. It's gonna be interesting. All right, so I'm gonna start dabbing, guys. Dabbing away. Oh yeah, you can definitely see some of the gray hitting it. Looks amazing. So I'm gonna keep dabbing this away and then you guys will see a result. So stay tuned. All right guys, so I'm just gonna let it dry for right now. As you guys can see, it's still a little wet, so we're gonna have to let this dry a little bit and then I'm gonna start adding all the detailed lines to define it. Looks so good. All right guys, so I put some of the metallic color on here and I'm going to start doing all the little nicks to make it look realistic. So let's go, guys. All right guys, so I'm gonna get some of this silver paint, dab a little bit of it, and I'm gonna hit around here, these edges, maybe do like around here. Definitely gonna get some up here, back here. Just hitting some areas so it looks, you know, it gives it some of the silver detail on there. So I'm gonna keep detailing some of this gun. Hopefully when it dries out, it just looks more realistic, but stay tuned, guys. All right, as you guys can see, this finished drying and lo and behold, I made my own Leia blaster. I love it. It still needs some more drying to do. I gotta chip some pieces away to make it look more distressed, but I'm loving this piece. It's freaking amazing. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions on the paint that I was using, just message me. You can let me know. I'm on Instagram. I go by Nilda_listens. I'm big into Star Wars. Everything, my whole life is about Star Wars. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot more videos of me doing DIY paint jobs. I'm also going to be handling a bunch of cosplays. I'm going to be doing a bunch of conventions as well. So anything you guys want to see, just let me know. And thank you again for tuning in. It feels good to be back. And as you can see, this is my little blaster. Can't wait to go pew pew. All right guys, have a good day.